Any idea on the prices on these?
Those right there, I could do for $3.
Three? Okay. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Emceemur, and welcome back to another video. Lots of things to look at today, but lots of things to talk about too. Something going on right now that we just simply have to talk about. I was honored to be featured on the latest episode of Retro Rick. That's right. And yeah, just an amazing thing to be mentioned on a show of this caliber, of this magnitude. Rick is a great guy, and you know, I've always enjoyed his show. He is the creator of the $10 game collection series, bar none, one of the greatest game hunting series on this platform. Most of you are familiar with what this guy is up to. If you are not, you do need to check out Retro Rick, and I will put a link to his channel in the description of this one. But yeah, so many new eyes and faces on the Emceemur show, so many people coming my way from Retro Rick's channel, and I want to welcome all of you to the show. It's so great to see all of you here, and as I have discussed in the comment section with a lot of you, yeah, there's just so much more action coming your way right here. You couldn't be getting here at a better time. So absolutely fantastic to have been featured on Retro Rick's show. I want to thank Retro Rick for shouting me out and showing this channel some love. Just absolutely fantastic. Again, now lots of stuff going on. We did a little side questing this week, right? It's been a minute since I've been into some pawn shops. Pawn shops, I don't know, around here it's more miss than hit, but you know, you stay away from places for a while, like that thrift store last week. You gotta check back in because you just don't know. Things change. Sometimes there's action. We don't want to leave money on the table, so I set out this morning to see what I could do. So I'm rolling up on the first pawn shop. It's local. I don't have the best feeling walking in here. I just don't feel like I'm going to find anything. But at the same time, we don't know how the inventories in these places change. And what's more important, we do know that a lot of times the pricing on said inventory, especially stuff they've had for a while, doesn't change to reflect what's going on in the spiked market right now. There's a lot of opportunity to strike gold. So there's a lone game shelf in the back, right? It's not a huge selection, but there's some cool games here. There's some Switch games priced pretty much at retail. There's some other current gen stuff also priced at retail, but there is a sign here, right, talking about their pricing. The games that are not priced are going for $7 a piece or 3 for $15. So what do we got to do? We got to get a 3 for deal, right? I got to find 3 games that are not priced that are going to be valued, hopefully, a lot more than $5. There's a nice copy of Sonic Mania here for the Xbox One. I mean, not a new game, but really not an old game. This was the second release of this, the physical one, right? It had some DLC with it, so I mean, this is pretty cool to get if we can get this one for $5. It doesn't have a price on it, that's why we're looking at it. So yeah, this is definitely in the running. When this game first dropped, I got it on Nintendo Switch with the big collector's edition, with Sonic sitting on the Genesis and all that fantastic stuff. But it was a digital copy of the game. They knew what they were doing. They knew they were going to sell this again, but whatever, right? But there's a lot of DLC with this, right? So this is a desirable game. We should have no problem getting some decent money for this copy, especially in this condition. There's also a Borderlands Game of the Year edition here, the re-release for the PlayStation 4. And, you know, I can pretty much do a no-look on this game. It's not priced. We'll get it for $5 in the 3 for, but yeah, this game just has not ever dropped into the bargain bin price ranging. There was a lot of heat behind this game when it came out because it was a physical release, obviously, but it was really a low print run, if you will. I mean, anybody that didn't pre-order it didn't get it. Everywhere was sold out. It was the talk of the town. And people were scalping copies of this game, I want to say upwards of like $60 or more on eBay when it came out, selling their pre-orders. It was just nuts. And it's Borderlands, right? I mean, yeah, Borderlands, it's fantastic, but I mean, most everybody's had a run with Borderlands by now. It shouldn't have been that crazy. Well, it was. And it still kind of is. This is still desirable. We did an unboxing of this game when it came out on the show. It came with some great stuff. Huge full-color map, booklet, everything that you want out of a physical release, right? So, yeah, I think we just found game number 2 of our threefer. Now there's some Wii U here, and most of it is priced at retail as well, but here is an ESPN Sports Connection. And why is that important? Well, a couple reasons. First of all, it's only $3. Now that excludes it from our threefer deal, but since it's priced accordingly, I mean $3, I'm still actively collecting Wii U games. That's reason number 1. And for $3, $5 is my limit, really. I'll get any Wii U game I don't have for $5 and under when it's complete and will look good on the shelf. And this checks all those boxes, right? But reason number 2, most Wii U games complete are worth more than $3. So, yeah, you know, I've never played this game. I'm familiar with what it is, but I just don't have it on the shelf. And for $3, I'm going to do a no look on this one. There's a Ben 10 game here for PS4 that I'm not familiar with. And that's because this is somewhat of a new release. This game's not even a year old. Now, I am familiar with Ben 10. I'm not like a big fan of it or anything, but I can tell you, having spent some years around GameStops, that people are into Ben 10. Now, those games sell. And again, this is a pretty late model iteration of this franchise. So what do we got here? I don't know. The Ben 10 games I've tested in the past have been actually functional beat-em-ups that aren't that shabby. So yeah, this one's not priced. It fits into the threefer. We may have our 3 for $15 here.
The 3 for $15 unless priced otherwise, and then this one's priced otherwise. If we can do that.
We sure can. Okay, your total today after taxes is going to be $19.25.
All right.
So going to be cash or card today?
Card, please.
Yes, sir.
Man, we talk about reboots, ports, and re-releases, and Sonic Mania makes a good go of things aside from the whole digital game with the collector's edition thing. I mean, at the end of the day, we had plenty of people who ended up buying a Sonic 1 reboot. Twice. I gotta wonder sometimes, but I did enjoy my playthrough of this game. At least in its build, it had the best of intentions. We have $5 in this copy of Sonic Mania, and I'm gonna price it at $15. Here again with a reboot. Got a theme going here, but another one that did it right, this time in both build and business. Borderlands Game of the Year Edition on PS4 and Xbox One looked amazing. Amazing enough to make you fall in love with it all over again, and want to play through it again. And the physical release was only $30. It was hard to get for a hot minute, and it's still desirable now. We've got $5 in this game, and it also currently fetches about $15. This ESPN game is kind of intriguing because it has kart racing on it. I'm a sucker for that. But at a glance, it's nothing to write home about. Everything on here is motion control dependent, big shock, and requires a Wii Motion Plus Wiimote for play. You know, regardless, I don't have this one in my collection, and it's definitely worth $3 in this condition. Ben 10 Power Trip appears to be your run-of-the-mill Cartoon Network bargain bin cash grab game with elements of platforming and some simple King Button style combat. It's a button masher. I mean, it looks okay if you're into Ben 10, I guess. I mean, again, it's not that old of a release, but it probably wasn't a $60 game at launch either. I have $5 in Ben 10. I'm going to price it at $15.
So, you know, the ice is broken, the blood's already flowing. I'm surprised that even at the first stop, I have found some things. On to pawn shop number 2. I'm walking into this place, and again, the same feeling of, yeah, there's probably just not going to be anything here, but, you know, they do have a bigger gaming area, just not that much more of a selection. I mean, there's hardware, but the games, I mean, most of it is cheese, but there may be some worthwhile picks in here if it's not all individually priced.
Have they got the prices on them?
Have a good one. You too.
Two and one. Any idea on the prices on these?
Those right there I could do for $3.
Three, okay.
$3 a piece for PS3 games isn't bad. Not in today's market. A lot of stuff, as we've talked about previously on the show, have shot up on that platform. So what we have here is the Modern Warfare collection, 1 and 2, you know, in a set. Now by themselves, this is what's funny, they're really not worth anything, but these collections, especially the Black Ops ones, if you can find them because of 2, are definitely bringing some cash. But yeah, this is still cool. Modern Warfare collection in good condition, in the box. Yeah, for $3, I'm definitely scooping this up. The 360 stuff was mostly cheese, and it was priced accordingly, but I'm not here for cheese. But I did find one thing that interested me. There was a disc-only copy of an original Xbox game, Azuric. I don't know, never heard of it. And you know, I got a soft spot for discs that need to be resurfaced that I can get for cheap, but especially if it looks like something, I don't know, maybe role-playing-ish, something I've never heard of. I'm just not familiar with this game, but I'm going to try to grab it. Are you familiar with this game? Have you played this game? Leave me something in the comment section below if you know anything about Azuric for the original Xbox. The PS4 games were individually priced, most of them higher than I'd really want to be in them at, so yeah, wasn't going to grab any of those, but they did have another PS3 game I was interested in, a very fast seller, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. I can't tell you how many copies of this have come through, but the Mortal Kombat games on PS3, I tell you, again, talk about your GameStop best sellers. They're just always going, right? The traffic, they're coming back in on trade, they're going back out, sold, pre-owned. People love these games. They can't get enough of them, and they're great, right? So, I mean, this one could stand to be a little bit more complete than it is, but for $3 in the case, yeah, we're going to add this to the pile.
This one's a little scratched up. Would you do it for $1 since it's just in a piece? I think I'm going to do these three.
$7.49.
All right, you got it.
So that's it for our pawn shop pick in there. We actually got some decent grabs. Happy with what we got, and great to take a look at those games on the show with you today. I hope that you liked everything that you saw here today. I hope that you're going to drop a like on this video if you have not already done so, and if you have not already done so, I hope you're going to subscribe to the Emceemur Show and be a part of our nation because we're rising up all the fantastic things we do right here on the show. You need to be a part of it. Make sure that you slap that notification bell so you're always first to know when new content goes live. Content just like this game hunting video right here. Back to the Flea coming up soon. We'll have new flea market episodes next week for you. New uploads every week. Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Always be there. More action coming your way each and every time right here on the Emceemur Show. Did you like what you saw today? What did you like about what you saw today? Do you have these games? Have you played these games? Do you enjoy these games? Do you have a friend that plays these games? Do you go to your friend's house to play these games? Does your friend like it when you come over to his house to play these games? Do you like these games? Let me know something in the comment section of this video because you know that I love getting a conversation going with you right here on the Emceemur Show, something that we do a lot of. Fantastic stuff, man. Absolutely loving what we got going on here. And thanks again to Retro Rick again for shouting out the channel and showing us some love. Absolutely fantastic, man. Rick's a cool dude. And yeah, just happy to have all of you as part of Mer Nation, part of what we got going on here. So much more action coming your way each and every time. Emceemur signing off for this fantabulous episode of the Emceemur Show. And I will see each and every one of you again next time.